Kia ora tātou, ko na rira hupa toko ingoa, no te whānau rei ahau, e tipu ake to Featherston. So I was born here, grew up here, went to school here, with my family, 3 brothers and 2 sisters, mum and dad. Always loved the Wairarapa. We've lived overseas as well and had our family overseas, but always knew we were going to come back to the Wairarapa to live. Always wanted to bring them back here, to bring them up, because we had such a fantastic childhood. I think that's what it was. So Wairarapa Moana, spent a lot of time down there. My dad was definitely a harvester and forager, and we ate watercress a lot. And he used to make his own hinaki and collect tuna. A lot of time down at Lake Ferry in those days, and camping for weeks on end actually. I don't know how he did it, 6 kids. And ate a lot of fish, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Kia ora.
Kia ora, ko Rikihima tōku ingoa. I originate from Porirua. I was born in Wellington, grew up in Porirua, did all my schooling and growing up in Porirua. Like the rest of the Rōpū, I have always had a strong affinity for the environment, and in particular the moana. So we were fortunate enough to grow up with a boat where we would go out fishing as a whānau, and we did a lot of travelling around New Zealand, and we were fortunate enough to spend time out on the water fishing and getting connected with the moana. My wife and I first moved here in 2014. We were blessed with our son in the adoption of our son Keegan. He's now 7 years old, and the reason we moved here is because back in May 2009, when my mum passed, I remember standing out on Lake Honoke and looking out into the horizon as I was standing there fishing and feeling really strongly connected to this area. And I think at that point in time, that affinity grew then. So moving here was just a natural thing for us. We spent a lot of time up here as a whānau fishing. And when we had Keegan, we decided we wanted to bring him out here so that he could get that connection with nature and with the environment. And through joining this Rōpū and just seeing the passion for the moana and the restoration of the biodiversity, ecology and the moana itself and the health is really important. It's a passion for me, but it's also a passion, I think, for my son. He loves the moana too, so yeah. So that's why I'm here. Kia ora.
Kia ora. My name's Warren Maxwell. I actually grew up in Whangarei. I'm not originally from the Wairarapa. I grew up in Whangarei. My dad on my Pākehā side is from Hokianga. So I've got a strong Scottish Viking roots there. And mum is Tūhoi. So no Ruatāuna, or Maitereu, Te Hapu. But also we whakapapa over to Kahununu ki Nuhaka. So ko Rākai Pāka Te Hapu, kei reira. Ko tānei nui arangi te marae, kei reira. And we moved to Featherston 14 years ago. 14? I've got to think how old my daughter is. Yeah. And just fell in love with the place. Absolutely fell in love with it. You know, our kids, our second child was born here. Levi was born, at home. In Whangarei, my memories of as a child were very happy, like going out fishing, gathering kai, camping, doing all those, swimming in the rivers, doing all those things that kids should be able to do. And my concern for a long time now is that our kids and our kids and our mokopuna won't have the same experiences that we had. When I moved to Featherston, talking to people who had grown up here, they said, we used to go sailing out there, used to be really active, used to be water skiing, and now the lake is so sick, people don't want to do that anymore. So yeah, it's amazing to be part of a Rōpū and the wider community that have realised that the lake's very mamae and we want to get it back.
Yeah.
healthy again. Kia ora.
Kia ora, I'm Karen Mikaina. My connection here is through Ngāti Kahungunu. Our hapu is Rakai Whakiri, and I was brought up on a farm on the banks of the Ruamahanga that backed onto the southern part of the lake. So I was brought up with my parents fishing, pretty much the same as Narita's, where we'd go out, set the nets, we'd live on eels, watercress, flounders. On occasions we'd be going out to the coast to get seafood, kai moana. And so I've moved away as a young adult and come home to live. And the concerning thing is the state of our moana and how degraded it's become in one lifetime. It can go from a place where you can go and get kai, to a place where you've got to come home and do something to try and fix it. It is very, very easy to feel discouraged when you were faced with the immensity of what we need to achieve to heal our lake, our moana.